Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Succulent Frenzy here, and today I'm going to do a succulent Christmas repotting up video with you guys. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and click the notification bell down below, and let's get started. So the succulents that I'm going to repot today is a Echeveria argovoides, which has two new babies underneath here. As you can see, one is right there and the other one is right here. So there's two of them and another one somewhere around at the back, which I'm still trying to find it, but you get the point. There's a lot more babies coming up, and this is a quite large of a plant for this pot, so I'm going to repot this. And I'm gonna repot this Echeveria Provon Nürnberg. Now look at how beautiful the stress colors is, but it's a bit too small and I want it bigger, so you're gonna repot it. Now as you can see, it's actually trying to grow bigger because of these leaves here. Don't mind the sound at the background because children are playing. So the leaves are quite big and it's sticking out from the pot, so I'm just going to pot up in these beautiful terracotta pots right here. So this is for the argovoides because I want to give it some height in my little garden, and this is a flatter pot for my Provon Nürnberg, as you could see. So the other thing that I have is obviously my sphagnum moss. I have a bunch of leftovers, so why not use it? And I have my super special succulent soil mix, or just special succulent soil mix for special succulents. Now look at how grainy that is. This is the kind of texture you want. Now if you want to learn how to create this succulent soil mix, please be sure to check out my previous two videos that I have, and yeah, I will teach you how to do, make this special succulent soil mix for your special succulents. So we have our utensils right here and that. So let's get started. So the first step is obviously you need to have a mesh, and I'm just gonna put some of these sphagnum moss underneath just to, you know, give it a bit height so I can use a bit lesser soil and also give this plant a additional aeration. Just put it underneath there. Just take this off, rip it up, just give it a bit of space. Like so. So you have like a thin layer of sphagnum moss underneath. So we'll set these aside and take out the succulents. So let me do a time lapse for you guys on taking out these beautiful plants from their old pots and put them into the new. Now you really have to be very careful when you're repotting the Provon Nürnberg because they have a lot of florina, which is the white powdery surface on their leaves, and it is very important for them, so you must try not to, you know, interfere with it too much and swipe off a whole patch because you will get sunburn and it will hurt the plants, and you do not want to see that. So you just gotta clear up the roots nicely. So here we go, the two lovely babies. So I'm just gonna clean up the tray a little bit so you guys could have a more pleasant view instead of being so messy. Okay, so see you guys in. So yeah, what you're gonna do now is you take your pots that you have sphagnum moss in it or just a thin piece of mesh. So what you're gonna do now is just fill in the soil. So let me just put this aside. and just fill the soil in like so. Let me just put the other one aside so I could have space like that. There we go. So I like to fill up my soil till about this height here, which you could see it's quite high, and I will put like a shallow pebbles on top, like just a thin layer of pebbles on top, just act like a top dressing and just to give it a bit more look. So what you're gonna do now is just fill it all in like so. So I'll make another time lapse for you guys and we'll be right back. So we have both of our succulent pots filled up to the top until the height that you want. So here is mine. I fill it all the way to the top here and leave about, I guess, 1 centimeter of a gap, like so. Same goes with this, 1 centimeter a gap. And yeah. So what you're gonna do now is you get your flowers, or I mean succulents, not flowers. They look like flowers, so I just say the flowers. But you get the point. So succulents, and just get your tools, like so, in the middle. Just give it a good 1 and 2. Just pushing it all aside, like so. Now I do not like it too deep, so I'm just gonna fill it in like that, and make sure it's like hovering above the leaves. I mean the leaves is hovering above the soil, so you won't be struggling with any crown rot, which that is the thing that you do not want, especially for a beginner. So just push it around, flatten it, like so. Cute and nice, like so. Same goes with the argovoides. Now for argovoides, they're very strong, so they can just pop it in, like so. Now the roots is bigger, so I'm just going to use my fingers, which is so much easier. Just carve out the hole for it to sit, and just angle it in. Like so. There we go. Now if the soil is a bit too less and loose, you can always add more soil if you want to. So I'm just going to add mine. Just a little tinge more because it's too shallow and I'm not liking it. It's okay if you get some of the soil on the leaves now because you're still going to adjust it. So don't mind the background sound. The children are having fun. My neighbor's children are having fun, so it's fine. So we got our little succulent, our Echeveria argovoides, all set, and just get the finger, dust out that, or maybe get a brush to just sift out those soil from the leaves. And there we go. So just get something. I recommend taking a paintbrush, like so. Paintbrush, just poke it in. Poke it into the roots. So make sure it's all anchored. You know, it stays strongly in the soil instead of loose. Now you can always get a brush like so and just dust off those soil from the leaves so you have a cleaner look. Now for Pearl von Nornbergs and those succulents with the Florina, I do not recommend you using a brush to brush it off because it will brush off a sunscreen, the natural sunscreen called Florina from the plant. I do recommend using a camera lens blower, which is this thing right here. So if you see soil that is in crown right here in a rosette, just get your little air or camera lens blower and just do that, okay? Don't use a brush because you do not want to brush the Florina off. See, let me just give you an example. So this here is a Pearl von Nornberg leaf, right? As you can see, there's like the white powdery stuff. If you dust it, you can actually see it disappear. Like the color is so much different from the silvery hue. You can just see green, and you do not want that happening to your Pearl von Nornberg right here. See that? We do not want that to happen to the main plant. So yeah. So what I'm going to do now is obviously top dressing. I prefer to use these bigger pebbles. A, because it acts like a top dressing. B, it lets the water from the soil evaporate easier and you won't have to deal with rot. Now, when it comes to these smaller pebbles, I recommend it if you're doing it for a arrangement, or use it for an arrangement that you have like a little pathway that you want to do. You can use those. Those are fine. But these, I recommend when you're doing a pot like that. So I'm just gonna put the cap aside, make some space for it. Now let's just start potting up and putting the top dressing. So I like to use my hands and just go around it, arrange it nicely. So I will do another time lapse for you guys and we'll have the final product. So here it is. This is the final product. Look at how stunning they are. Aren't they beautiful? There we go. Look at this. Lovely red stress colors. The nice pink hue. So yeah, got everything all done. All topped up with little stones. Pebbles as top dressing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell down below. See you guys